The temperature of the room is too low for comfort. The temperature of the room is too low for comfort. The fence was reinforced by concrete. The fence was reinforced by concrete. The soldiers began a violent attack on the fortress. The soldiers began a violent attack on the fortress. Torn fragments of a ladder were scattered on the floor. Please be careful with the vase. It is fragile. There is not a fraction of truth in his words. X-rays showed no fractures in her leg. The shop owner gave me a refund for the sweater. Water is fundamental to survival. He has a profound knowledge of philosophy. The winding streets confuse tourists. The offer is too good to refuse. The artwork is a fusion of several different styles. The attempt to convince him was futile. The project will generate a lot of new jobs. He has always been generous to the poor. Could you explain it in general terms? I want to major in genetic engineering in college. Isaac Newton was a great scientific genius. It turned out that the signature was genuine. Many animals have ingenious ways of protecting their babies. Water consists of hydrogen and oxygen. She is pregnant with twins. These plants are indigenous to the island. Discrimination on grounds of gender is forbidden. In geology, we studied the rocks and deserts. I bought a new atlas for my geography class. The figure pi used in geometry in an approximation. It was called the Earth-centered or geocentric theory. The patients cannot digest meat easily. I suggested my company develop a new product. Could you sign the hotel register, please, sir? He was nodding as a gesture of understanding. Motorcycles should not congest the highways. She is not a top-grade painter. It is difficult to be outgoing and aggressive all day. I was very hurt when she degraded my work. I understand his situation to a certain degree. The recipes use pumpkin as a main ingredient. Losing weight is a slow, gradual process. He has made great progress in his studies. Congress finally approved the law. He illustrated his point by using a simple diagram. Send the following message by telegram, please. Vocabulary and grammar are the building blocks of language. People can enjoy K-pop stars' hologram performance. The demography of this country is changing due to aging. She wrote calligraphy, moving the brush slowly. I do agree with you in all your views. I congratulate you on your promotion. The researcher was gratified with the results of the test. The state of our roads is a national disgrace. The state of our roads is a national disgrace. In space, there is no gravity. Her work environment aggravated her illness. If this trend goes unchecked, the consequence will be very grave. The crystal cup was engraved with his name. He grieved the death of his mother. Mental habits are not easily changed. His drinking had become habitual. Mary exhibited no interest. This drug inhibits the growth of tumors. James is the sole heir to his grandfather's estate. Heredity can influence a person's weight. The wildlife of our country is part of our national heritage. She inherited her wavy hair from her father. The stamp adhered to the postcard. The body has an inherent ability to heal. You'll need some strong adhesive to mend that desk. The most important thing we need is social cohesion. He is hesitant about signing the contract. She had to go to hospital for treatment. The local people were very kind and hospitable. I do volunteer work at a hostel for migrant workers. 3 people were taken hostage during the bank robbery. Claire wouldn't meet Sam's dear, which was awfully hostile. Communication is a basic human need. We should be humble enough to learn from our mistakes. Humility is the first virtue for us to learn. I didn't mean to humiliate him in front of his friends. His paintings are based on humanism. Advances in technology have indeed provided much for humanity. Advances in technology have indeed provided much for humanity. A beautiful beach is on the north side of the peninsula. Homeowners insulate their homes to save energy. The man decided to isolate himself from society after his failure. There was a fire exit on the second floor of the building. It includes transit costs. I want to visit relatives in California. His initial reaction was to accept the offer. The government will initiate a program of educational reform. His burning ambition was to become a lawyer. They used to inject food with chemicals to reduce decay. Many people object to the building of the new harbor. He has many books on various subjects in his room. A huge building project was opened to the public yesterday. The researcher decided to reject his proposal. The police will eject the protesters from the building. The 2 factories join each other. The shop is near the junction of Kings Road and York Street. They reached a crucial juncture in their negotiations. The police are investigating in conjunction with tax officers. The judge made a just decision. The end justifies the means. Never adjust your seat while the vehicle is moving. Insight, knowledge, and a strong sense of justice are needed. He injured his back lifting a heavy box. We need to be careful how we judge others. The market for labor comprises both a demand side and a supply side. For many years, researchers have used animals in laboratory tests. Brian finally arrived and offered an elaborate excuse for being late. Second language acquisition often seems like a laborious process. One more time. Second language acquisition often seems like a laborious process. It is sometimes as difficult to relate the cause to the effect. His performance was superlative. A lot of people correlated happiness with money. One more time. A lot of people correlate happiness with money. All places between the equator and the North Pole are at the northern latitude. Her eyes dilated with terror. I can't breathe, so I have to sit down and relax. Ben was released from a state of shock. Spyware is a program that secretly corrects data about a user. She recollected what he had said to her 2 months ago. She recollected what he had said to her 2 months ago. She frequently neglected her studies. Nurses must nurture their lax creativity and spirit. One more time. Nurses must nurture their intellect, creativity, and spirit. The fruits of his diligence will appear. If you're over 65, you're eligible for discount. She gave a lecture on Morden at our school. Do you know the legend of Robin Hood? He learned that lessons at a price. Her handwriting is totally illegible. We have a legal right to vote. You can enjoy all the privileges of the membership. It is legitimate to use animals in medical research. They legislated against hunting certain animals. They appreciated her many years of loyal service to the company. The Civil War left a legacy of hazard and fear. She was a colleague of mine at my old job. Around 105 delegates participated in the conference. This exercise will elevate your heart rate. Listening to music can relieve stress. The doctor tried to alleviate the patient's suffering. Korea was liberated from Japan in 1945. We are longing for peace and liberty. The supermarket delivers groceries for free. It was not a mistake. It was deliberate. It is an obligation to pay taxes. He can't eat pork. It is against his religion. The nation will make alliances with neighbors. There was mass rally in support of the strike. The company is liable for all damage. A close liaison between the army and police is necessary. He had poor literacy levels and was barely able to read. A plot is a collection of events in a work of literature. One more time, sorry. A pilot is a collection of events in a work of literature. Many parents are heavily media literate. We'll visit a couple of local markets. It's a great house, but the location is so great. Sugar is under a location at present. The skier fell and dilated a shoulder. A shark uses its fins for locomotion. The town is an ideal place to relocate the company. Strong coffee is a collocation. Strong coffee is a collocation. We hear of the sheriff's plan in the prologue. The argument was based on sound logic. The author's ideology is reflected in this work. He drew an analogy between the brain and a computer. I ordered a sofa from the catalog. It is the first new World Cup logo. He has an illogical fear of spiders. They decided to prolong their trip. The doll should have an elongated shape. The nation's capital is at longitude 21 degrees east. We wish you health. We wish your health and longevity. He belongs to the political party. The event will linger long in our memory. A 7.6 magnitude earthquake hit the region. The Taj Mahal is a magnificent building. Thank you very much, and I want you heard more than for this talk. And I hope you develop your English skills very good. Bye bye and see you next time.